The Mai Tai cocktail is boozier than most people think, but very, very easy to make. There are many recipes out there, but I'm going to show you the simplest, tastiest, and easiest to recreate at any point. Don't worry if you don't have all the ingredients that I've got. I'm going to give you options to substitute in and out. For those that are new around here, my name is Tom and I've been a bartender for 20 years, and making cocktails is easy. It's all about finding the right balance of the flavors that you are using. I'm going to show you how to make delicious drinks without the fuss and give you the hacks to ensure that they taste great every single time. So hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you can learn a new cocktail with me every single week. And if you want to learn the tricks to go with it, all the flair bartending stuff, I have a secondary channel, ta-da! So you can go and check that one out too. And if you want to subscribe, those videos go out every Friday. Right, let's jump into today's video. It's the Mai Tai cocktail. Everybody has probably heard of the Mai Tai. It is a classic cocktail. The Mai Tai came about in 1934 by a bartender named Trader Vic's. Well, that was his nickname. His real name was Victor Jules Bergeron. He made a drink in his new restaurant that he'd opened up in San Francisco, and he gave this drink to two of his friends, and one of them apparently said, excuse my pronunciation, Mai Tai Roi, which is claimed to mean out of this world, the best. Now, I did a little bit of research, and apparently it means very good, and how? But I'll let you decide. And thus, the Mai Tai was born. Now, if we look at the original recipe from Trader Vic himself in his bartender guide, this is what it said. 2 ounces of old J. Rare Nephew rum. 2 ounces, like 2 shots. J. Rare Nephew is a very, very strong rum. The juice from the whole lime, 1/2 ounce of Hollander de Kuiper orange curacao, 1/2 ounce, 1/2 shot, 1/4 ounce or 1/4 shot of Trader Vic's rock candy syrup, 1/2 ounce or 1/2 shot of French Gruyere Orgeat syrup. Shake and strain over shaved ice and garnish with a mint sprig. We've come a long way since then, and the Mai Tai has been made in all sorts of different ways. The recipe I'm going to share with you today, let's say it's my version. It isn't far from the classic. There's just some simple tweaks that I've added to make it taste even better. Well, that's my opinion. Let me know what your opinion is. And as I said, if you don't have all of these ingredients, I'm going to give you options that you can substitute. When it comes to making cocktails, if you don't have the exact ingredients, it's not the end of the world. As long as you can substitute something similar and it tastes good to you, you're winning. All right, let's jump into the Mai Tai. Mai Tai, not my tie, not your tie, the Mai Tai. The Mai Tai is a shake and strain cocktail, and it doesn't go in a very big glass, but as I said at the beginning, it's quite a boozy drink, especially the version I'm going to show you today. So let's start off by making sure that our glass is nice and cold. Pop that to one side. We're going to start off with 1 shot of white rum. Now, whichever white rum that you've got, if you've got Bacardi, if you have El Dorado, if you have Havana, any of those will do fine. Remember, Trader Vic's used 2 ounces of old J. Rare Nephew. J. Rare Nephew is a very, very strong rum. And this cocktail, this version of the Mai Tai, is going to be very strong as well. Then we're going to have 1/2 shot of Cointreau. This is our dry curacao replacement. Cointreau is basically a citrus liqueur. It's 40% by volume, so it's quite a strong liqueur. If you don't have Cointreau, you can use any dry curacao liqueur, or if you have Grand Marnier, that will also be a good substitute. The juice of a lime, the juice of a lime. Well, we're going to measure it and say 1 shot of lime juice. Top tip, before you cut your limes, if you're going to juice them, any citrus, just give it a roll on a hard surface. That will just loosen the juices inside the fruit. So when you come to squeeze out those juices, you're going to get a maximum amount of juice, a juicy fruit. So we want 1 shot of lime juice. If you don't want to have to go back and watch the whole video to get the measurements, I'll leave the full specs of the cocktail in the description. If you don't have lime juice, you can use lemon juice. Lime does work better, but lemon juice will work. And if you want to use a mixture of lemon and lime juice, go right ahead. And if you want to get really snazzy, you could use a citrus replacement like a super sour like this. This is basically acid water, and it works great. The classic recipe called for 1/2 shot of Orgeat syrup, which is basically an almond syrup. We're not going to use Orgeat. We're going to be using amaretto di Serrano. We'll have 1/2 shot of our amaretto. The amaretto still brings the sweetness to the cocktail that the Orgeat would bring, but it does make the cocktail a lot more boozy. So you can use amaretto, you can use orgeat. Okay, half a shot of sugar syrup. And we've got 2-to-1 sugar syrup, which is basically 2 parts sugar, 1 part water. The sugar just helps balance out all of that booze, and obviously the lime juice in there helps balance out all the sugary goodness. Okay, time to shake. Shake it, shake it. Ooh. And we don't have to go crazy with the shake, we just have to make sure everything's mixed together, slightly diluted down, and then we can strain it over fresh ice. Fresh ice! Every cocktail, you want to try and make it look as pretty as possible, because pretty cocktails taste better. So, I've got some crushed ice, which we're going to put on top, and then we're going to finish off with some Kraken rum on top. Should be kind of floated on top, but all over the ice like this is perfect. Garnish. I've got a nice sprig of mint, which is going to tuck into the side of the glass like that. And I'm also going to tuck in a dehydrated lime wheel, just for a little bit of colour. And finish it off, we're going to tuck a straw in there as well. Yes. Time for the best part of the video, well for me, is the taste. It just looks too good to taste. I know it tastes good as well. I made one yesterday and I had to stop myself from having another one because, I mean, they're just so good. I know I've got a straw, but I wanted to get that hit of rum on the first sip. I can go through the straw as well. Yes. First thing you get is obviously quite a strong almondy taste. And if you're going to use that orgeat syrup, then that'll probably shine through quite strongly as well. In some ways, it's quite a dry cocktail. That sounds strange, but quite a dry cocktail, but very sweet as well. So you've got this dry sweetness, which just balances out super nice. Obviously, the freshness of the mint gives you a nice, fresh aroma to the cocktail. For me, when I drink a Mai Tai, it's one of those cocktails where I almost feel like I'm missing out on something. But then I realize that I'm not missing out on anything. I'm just being greedy because it tastes so good. I just want more. Of course, when you go straight to the glass, you get that smack of Kraken rum in your face, and that's why I like to put Kraken on top. It's quite a sweet rum. It's got a strong vanilla-y taste to it, and I think it works really well in the Mai Tai. I just want to give you a quick reminder of the amount of booze in this cocktail. 1 ounce of white rum, 1 ounce of Kraken rum, half a shot of Cointreau, half a shot of Disaronno. That's 3 shots of alcohol in a teeny tiny little glass like this. That's why it's important to remember that this is a tiny little bombshell. And after 2 of these, you can be, woo, jumping off the walls. Especially this one. Of course, this is a boozier version. Normally, you probably wouldn't have the amaretto, you'd have orgeat syrup, but I think the amaretto works great. Let me know what you think, because I really do think you're gonna enjoy this. And I have to remember to drink it slow, because if I go too crazy, I'm gonna have to make another one after this. I mean, it'd just be rude not to, really, I believe. The only problem with the Mai Tai cocktail is that because it's such a small drink, I have to have another one, and then another one, and then another one, and you just keep going. But, yes. Well, there we go. That is how you make the tastiest, simplest, easiest, booziest Mai Tai cocktail. And I'm sure that you're going to love it. Please give it a try for yourself. Let me know your recipe for the Mai Tai, because I do know that there's many, many different recipes out there. And let me know how you like to drink your Mai Tais as well. And I mean, I'm going to finish this before the video is over, I think. And there's not long left to go in the video. Before I go, I do want to say a massive thank you to these legends right here who support me over on my Patreon channel. There's some more content happening over there. Plus, there is that secondary channel where you can learn all the tricks to go with the cocktails that's known as flair bartending. If you're interested in that, go check that one out as well. But that is it. I just rum, rum, rum. Here it goes down into my belly. Delicious. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like that video if you could. That would be fantastic. That helps push this video to more people who may be interested in the Mai Tai cocktail or cocktails in general. And thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to finish this on camera right now. Now, my girlfriend always says to me that every cocktail I make on my video, I always think is fantastic. But I think that is testament to show you that the cocktail was absolutely brilliant. So much so that I'm probably going to make another one. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you then.